Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Dr. PG, NG Empress Guy to get money back for another YouTube video. Banger, man. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. The doctor's in the house. Y'all know what it is, man. I almost fell and bust my behind. My recliner went back on me unexpectedly. You know what I'm talking about? But, I was just thinking about some things, man. Yesterday, with Ryan giving out all the boom jobs at BBL.
What did he say?
Ryan Garcia says, I'm going to give out a BBL. Now I'm the devil.
You want to explain to me what you're doing here? I came looking for booty.
I'm the devil because I chose to give out BBLs.
I know, you swear,
Yeah, I mean, I was like, man, talk all that trash about Ryan, man, whatever he's going through, wish him the best and all that. But this man definitely has a lot of heart, man. I say this all the time, man. I really like Ryan Garcia as a fighter, man. He's personable, seems to be very humble, God-fearing. I value those things, you know what I'm saying? But more importantly, as a fight fan, as a boxing fan, I like the fact that he's down to fight, man. He's ready to fight. You could say, oh, he's a social media star, all this other stuff, but he's a fighter first, man. His antics and his behavior lately might not reflect that right now, you know what I'm saying, seemingly. But he's definitely a fighter, But when it's all said and done, he's the only one that is, when he fights Devin Haney, assuming it doesn't get postponed, he already fought Gervonta Tank Davis, Abdul Tank Wahid, and then he's about to fight Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? I think that he lost to Tank, and I think he's going to lose to Devin Haney. But he definitely showed the will and the fighting spirit to go fight, which I very much value. I do think that out of the big six, I call the big six the contenders at 135, 140. I'm not talking about necessarily being the best, but just the big six. Some of them, a lot of them are the best, but as far as being having the most renown, will be Abdul Tank Wahid, Formido Gervonta Davis, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, Subriel Matias, Devin Haney, of course, and six would be Ryan Garcia. I do think Ryan Garcia, as far as skill wise, is the bottom of the barrel out of those top contenders, but you know what I'm saying, I do think that that's not necessarily a bad thing. They're all great, in their own way. But I do think he's the least of the skills wise in that department. However, he'll be the only one that has fought each other. You know what I'm saying? Shakur hasn't fought Tank. Tank hasn't fought Devin Haney. Devin Haney hasn't fought Teofimo. Teofimo hasn't fought Super Matias. But after April 20th. Ryan Garcia has fought Tank, and he would have fought Devin Haney. And I just went to thinking, I was like, man, with Ryan Garcia being American, particularly Mexican-American, I was like, man, he could really be like the big next Mexican-American star after Oscar De La Hoya. And and I know early on people were talking about that, you hear rumbles about that, but that could really become true. Some people might be like, oh, Oscar De La Hoya, well, I will say this: Oscar De La Hoya has a very illustrious career. You know what I'm saying? His boxing resume includes a lot of accomplishments, a lot of accolades. His resume also includes a lot of heart. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at his boxing record now, he does have the stigma of losing his biggest fights. But let's think about it. I was thinking about it too. I was like, man, Oscar De La Hoya, if Ryan Garcia could become Oscar De La Hoya, but he has to win this Devin Haney fight. And like I said, being Oscar De La Hoya is not a bad thing. It's a great thing. He's a superb boxer. He's still relevant today because of his boxing ability, and he put on great shows. But like I say, he does have the stigma of losing his biggest fights. Let's see. I know early on, he fought Julio Cesar Chavez twice, a Mexican legend, of course, man, who's one of the boxing greats. He beat him twice. He beat Pernell Sweet Pea Whitaker, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to one of the GOATs. And also Hector Camacho, rest in peace, one of the GOATs as well. So that's how it really started off Oscar De La Hoya's career, even though it was on the tail end of his opponent's career, being Pernell Whitaker, Sweet Pea Whitaker, Hector Camacho, and Julio Cesar Chavez. Those are the tail ends of the career. It was still a good win for Oscar De La Hoya at the time. And the reason why I bring that up is because Oscar De La Hoya was about 24, 25 around that time. How old is Ryan Garcia right now? He's 25 years old, right? So there's a lot of similarities, man, especially in the trajectory of their career. Now, I think after that, this is when Oscar De La Hoya went on his loser streak against... No, I'm sorry. I was going to say Felix Trinidad, but I think after that was Ike Corte, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my African brethren, man, the Ghanaian fighter. He's from Ghana. Ike Corte is a very good fighter. Oscar De La Hoya beat him. But then after that, he went on to fight Felix Trinidad to relive the historic rivalry between Mexico and Puerto Rico. And he lost that to Felix Trinidad. And I was like, oh, well, two guys in their prime, and he loses, That's when it kind of went. I don't want to say downhill, but that's when he lost that fight. Then he went on and lost to Sugar Shane Mosley twice. I believe, yeah, he lost to him twice. Who else did he lose to? He lost to another big fight he had, of course, was shoot, he lost to Floyd Mayweather, of course. I'm not saying in chronological order. I'm just saying off the top of my head. Manny Pacquiao, he lost, but I don't think anybody expected him to win with the condition that he came in, right? The condition that he came in was not one that was beneficial for winning. You know, he looked malnourished, to say the least. He also fought B-Hop, and he lost to B-Hop. But he did beat Arturo Gatti, rest in peace, another legend. Sheesh. Man, you know, boxing is a hurt game, man. It takes a lot of it, whether it's direct correlation to residual effects of being hit so much, or just, you know, something else that affects you mentally, like CTE, all that punishment. You know, so we have lost a lot of warriors, man. Boxing is a dangerous sport, man. Big salute to them. But he did beat Arturo Gatti, rest in peace again. And he lost to B-Hop. We say he lost to B-Hop, so yeah, he pretty much lost. He did beat Ricardo Mayorga and Fernando Vargas. I'll be honest with you, I think Fernando Vargas was probably Oscar De La Hoya's best win, being that was both of their guys' prime. You know what I'm saying? Both Oscar De La Hoya and Fernando Vargas were close to, or not in their prime at the time of their clash, and he won. So that's probably his best win as far as two guys being in their prime. But of course, as the name goes, you know, you gotta have Hector Camacho, Sweet Pea Purdell, Sweet Pea Whitaker, and of course, Julio Cesar Chavez up there. But as far as being in the prime, I would say Fernando Vargas is probably his best win. So yeah, he had just, and Fernando Vargas's best win himself was probably against Wiki Wright. You know, he lost a lot of his big fights as well. But yeah, so my point is with Oscar De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia has to be careful. I think he has to win against Devin Haney. I think he can win, but it's gonna be tough, especially with the antics and distractions. But he doesn't want to have that stigma of losing all of his big fights. You know what I'm saying? So I think if Ryan Garcia can beat Devin Haney, it'll be good. And if not, you know, I do think that he's on, you know, being known as far as somebody who would take the fights and willing to actually be a fighter, have that fighting spirit and demonstrate that. He's definitely putting on for Americans, especially Mexican Americans alike. So I think we need to show some love to Ryan Garcia. But I would just say is the only thing that is a slight to that is his focus has been in question. So we gonna see how it goes, man. Hey, Ryan Garcia could be the modern day De La Hoya, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got to show love to these fighters while they're here, man. Not take it for granted, man. Because hey, I'm definitely gonna tune into Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? He's a very fun fighter to watch. You know. So I appreciate y'all rocking me as always. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that was an accurate comparison or what? Do you think I'm tripping or what? Let me know in the comments. We out. God bless. Remember, with God we can do anything. Without God we're nothing. Peace. Love y'all.
From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.